Hello and welcome to day 30. Today we're going to learn King Cobra pose, which is deeper back bend, so again, there will be modifications. So we'll come to top of the mat, hands at heart center, inhaling to sweep all the way up overhead, then exhale and bend those knees, coming towards that chair pose. Next, exhale, sweeping those hands back behind, bringing that chest down to those thighs, extending it through those fingers. Then inhaling to sweep those hands back up overhead, coming towards that chair pose, staying low, inhaling to lift. Then exhaling to step back with that right foot, coming towards that crescent pose. Your next exhale, we're going to bend at those elbows, finding those cactus arms, open up through the chest, drawing those elbows back. Then inhaling to sweep those hands all the way up overhead. Your next exhale, slowly folding forward, we're going to set that left foot back towards that downward dog. Then from here, we're going to find those spinal rolls, so inhaling to move forward, exhaling, bend those knees, pushing those hips high. Inhaling forward, going past those wrists, slowly moving as you need to. So moving one more time, and settling back towards that downward dog. Then when you're ready, slowly walking those feet towards the top of your mat, coming towards that forward folds. Inhaling to your halfway lift, exhaling to fold forward. Inhaling to come all the way to standing, hands overhead, and exhale the hands onto heart center. And your next inhale, sweep those hands all the way up overhead, bending at those knees, coming back down towards that chair pose. Then your next exhale, dropping that chest down towards those thighs, sweeping those hands back behind, extending it through those fingertips. Then your next inhale, just sweeping those hands out in front, staying low. Then inhaling to lift, coming towards that chair pose. Your next exhale, step back with that left foot, lifting it towards your crescent pose. And then on your next exhale, bend at those elbows, coming towards the cactus arms, open up through the chest, arching through the spine, staying grounded through the feet. Your next inhale, sweeping those hands up overhead, coming towards that crescent pose. Then exhaling to lower those hands down towards the ground, stepping that right foot back towards your downward dog. Then finding those spinal rolls here for 5 rounds. Inhaling to push forward, coming to that high plank. Then exhaling to push back, sinking those hips towards the sky. Moving with that breath, staying strong through the arms and the core. Then when you're finished, coming back towards that downward dog. Then on your next inhale, we're going to sweep forward, coming towards a high plank, exhaling to lower all the way down towards the ground, coming into that belly. Then from here, we're going to bring those arms out in front onto those forearms. We're going to find that Sphinx pose. Just pushing into those forearms, lifting through the chest, finding the arch of the spine, gently warming up for a deeper back bend. Just focusing on that breath. Then when you're ready, slowly lowering down, placing those arms out in front, creating that pillow, and just relaxing here. Steadying out that breath. Then on inhale, we're going to place those hands underneath those shoulders, and inhaling to lift, just finding that low cobra. Pressing into the tops of those feet, into those thighs, into those hands to lift the chest. Your next exhale, slowly start to lower, bring those hands back in front, creating that pillow, and then bringing the head to one side. Just feeling a stretch through that neck. Allowing that breath to settle. Your next inhale, slowly starting to lift, placing those hands. You can bring them back just a little bit further than the shoulders, coming in towards that high cobra. Again, pressing into those hands this time, lifting all the way up through the chest, lifting those hips a little bit. Pressing into those thighs and the top of the feet. Keeping that chest open. Using that breath to stay strong. Then when you're ready, slowly coming back out of the pose, finding that pillow, and then bringing the head to the opposite side. Just relaxing that spine. Focusing on those inhales and those exhales. And And then when you're ready, slowly starting to lift, kind of placing those hands just below those shoulders again, coming to that high cobra. Then from here, you're going to bend 1 foot at a time, curling those toes and dropping that head back. This is going to be your king cobra pose. Again, if you need to adjust out those hands, you can do so. Feet might cramp up a little bit, sometimes normal, depending on how much water you drank that day. And just pushing those feet closer towards the head, just as far as you need to. If this is too much with both feet, you can try it one at a time. And then when you're ready, you can simply come out and just creating that pillow again, bringing the head forward. It's relaxing through that spine. And then when you're ready, placing those hands, curling those toes under, lifting up towards that high plank, then pushing back towards your downward dog. Then slowly walking those feet towards the top of your mat, coming towards that forward folds. Then from here, we're going to grab onto opposite elbows, just gently swaying from side to side, finding that ragdoll, letting go of any tension through that lower back. Just let the head and the neck hang heavy, bending at those knees, stay grounded. And then when you're finished, just letting go of those elbows, placing those hands to the ground. Then slowly inhaling to come all the way up to standing, letting your head and neck be the last thing to lift. I hope you enjoyed this pose, and we'll see you for day 31, the final day.